General Hospital, Natalia killed off? Eva LaRue exits amid major casting shocks. General Hospital casting news sees Eva LaRue is done as Natalia Rogers Ramirez this week, and she may be dead from an overdose. We're going to talk about Natalia's grim exit and some other sizzling casting updates. Let's dive into some hot comings and goings news. General Hospital character exit, why Natalia's departure is shaking up soap fans. Alright, so it's no secret that the character of Natalia is wildly unpopular, and she has been since the beginning when Eva LaRue came on the canvas as Blaze's Jacqueline Grace Lopez's mom. Fans were initially excited because she's a legend from All My Children, CSI Miami, and more. She's a great talent. But the character they created for her, Natalia, was awful. Just out of the gate, a controlling stage mom with rabid homophobia, which was especially toxic considering that both her son and her daughter, Blaze and Marco Rios, Adrian and Chando, are gay. That drew a ton of criticism, especially when they dragged Perez Hilton in as part of General Hospital trying to redeem Natalia. And that actually, I think, made it worse. That wasn't well received. People who knew who he was didn't like it, and a lot of people just didn't know who he was. General Hospital, Natalia's redemption? So, they made Natalia marginally better by having her protect Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, when they got into that accident while Christina was grieving. But, a ton of fans are not fans of Christina either. So, that wasn't exactly a genius redemption plan for Natalia. Then they tried again by pairing her with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, and her being his support during his secret heart problems, but fans didn't want Natalia with Sonny either. Many of the viewers had already kind of made up their minds about Natalia if you look back at soap's social media comments, and she just left a bad taste in their mouths they couldn't get past. And that's likely why Sonny and Natalia never got into a full-blown romance, and abruptly he shoved her out of his life. So clearly they were changing things. General Hospital writers changed direction, Natalia's exit strategy, and Eva LaRue's perspective. So, General Hospital has now gone in a different direction and decided to write out Natalia. They started staging her exit a little while ago with her lying about Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, being her ex-husband. And of course, that ended Sonny as her friend and got her out of his whole heart surgery storyline. Eva LaRue said when she got that script, she knew where her character was headed. Also, she recently talked about her exit from GH and said it was kind of strange because she's never played a character who was villainized like this. She said that fans usually like her characters and they root for her as they did when she played Dr. Maria Santos Gray on All My Children on and off for almost 20 years. She was well liked on CSI Miami. So this was a change for her, and soap fans can be kind of harsh. I mean, we all know, right? Eva LaRue also said that Natalia was meant to be a short-term thing and then they stretched it out. To me, I think it's poor decision-making by the powers that be at GH. Just in my opinion, because why make a character so terribly unlikable and then try and keep them around when they conceived her as being basically irredeemable? The math didn't math on that from the start. General Hospital spoilers, unpacking Natalia's possible grim exit scenarios. So now Natalia is on her way out, gone this week, her final episodes. But the question is, how will she exit? After Sonny wrote her a reality check that she was going to be alone, he told her leave the christening. So Natalia packed, but then she started binging on pills and booze, and she passed out in her hotel room after texting random nonsense to her son Marco. So Natalia kind of conked out on the couch right before Marco answered saying he was on his way. But let's be real, Natalia might overdose and be dead before Marco even finds her. Or they race her to GH and she's declared DOA there. Then again, the booze and drug buffet could send Natalia into a coma and they could ship her off to long-term terminal care like they did with Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning when they wrote out Emmy Rylan. That would get rid of her but leave her alive, which seems pointless for me. Natalia is better dead. Spoilers, Natalia gone? If she recovers from the overdose, Sonny might have one of his minions sneak Natalia out of General Hospital and ship her off to Belize as Sonny planned. So that way hopefully Natalia would sober up and start a new life. I can't see her getting sober in a foreign country. But anyway, if Natalia wasn't bad enough already, GH made her a repeat DUI offender, which makes my skin absolutely crawl. There is nothing worthwhile about this character. Eva LaRue is a delight, and she was done a disservice by them writing the character this way. Even a good villain needs redeeming qualities that makes them intriguing or at least somewhat sympathetic, you know. So Sidwell might get his hands on Natalia, stash her somewhere, smother her while she's passed out on drugs because he hates Natalia almost as much as fans do. He could frame Sonny for Natalia's murder. Get them both out of his way. Two birds, one stone. We'll see. This week, Detective Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, is at Natalia's hotel room door with a beat cop to arrest her since DA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor, demanded Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, put out an APB on Natalia. So, Chase might find Natalia dead or near dead. Maybe they revive her and arrest her after they get her some medical attention. And then DA Turner can, you know, put Natalia into witness protection after she testifies against Sonny so he can't have her whacked. So, it's going to be interesting to see if Natalia leaves General Hospital in handcuffs or in a body bag or witness protection. We'll see this week if she exits dead alive, barely alive, and in a coma. You know, a soap classic. General Hospital casting shakeup, contract changes, return rumors, and new faces. In other casting news, if you've not heard, Josh Kelly is no longer on contract. He's now back to recurring. So, Cody Bell, Josh Kelly may seduce Ava Jerome, Maura West like Christina wants him to, like she's paying him to, and then he'll slink into semi-obscurity now that he is not on contract. Another actor who's good, the character's not great, and you know, rarely seen. And that means there's likely not going to be a romance for Cody and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, unless it's off-screen. You know, Cody being pushed back doesn't bode well for Molly's character unless General Hospital plans to pair her with somebody else. So, I just wonder if she's going to slide back to recurring as well. If they were going to slide one of the Davis girls back to recurring, Molly wouldn't be my choice. Also, we've got Kelly Thiebaud's character back soon, and it seems likely she's going to be back, possibly as her old character, Britt Westbourne, or maybe someone who's Britt adjacent, like an even more evil twin. I really liked Britt Westbourne. She was a fun villain, so I wouldn't be too upset if Dr. Liesl Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti, found a way to save her life and got her a miracle cure. General Hospital, Nellie returns? Plus, there are Nellie Benson, Chloe Lanier return rumors. I did a video on it here talking about it. And part of the reason the rumors have been picking up velocity is Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson. He engaged on Soap's social media by clicking like on a post about Nellie's possible return. I mean, if Drew marries Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, then Nellie would be his twin sister-in-law. So, fans do wonder if Nellie's the one stalking baby Daisy. However, Sidwell seems likelier with the war heating up between him and Sonny this week. Then we have Soap legend Erica Slezak from One Life to Live joining General Hospital this fall. She might be coming as her OLTL character Vicki Lord Buchanan, or she might be a Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charleson recast. So the legacy character gets a proper exit storyline seeing as Leslie Charleson has sadly passed away. She passed away earlier this year. So and they still need to wrap that up? They keep just saying Monica is sick. So obviously they have to do something. Lots of changes coming to General Hospital, starting with Natalia's exit this week. We will see what GH has planned for her. Don't miss these episodes. And remember, Friday, July 4th is a rerun of an old episode because it is Independence Day. Rumor roundup, Britt's shocking twist, Albrecht's return and major cast exits revealed. General Hospital rumor roundup, latest GH leaks and surprises. Hey General Hospital fans, we are going to talk about a Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud twist, the return of Dr. Liesl Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti, and two more huge exits in our latest GH rumor roundup. Alright, let's get right to it. To be 100% clear and transparent, these are rumors. They're not spoilers. They may turn into spoilers, but right now they're just rumors. That said, they are a lot of fun. There are a few different sources for these rumors. Depending on the source, their track record is better or not quite as good. None of them are 100% accurate. I just want to make clear, these are juicy but unconfirmed rumors. Let's get into it. 1. Liesl Albrecht returns, Britt Westbourne and Hank Dalton plot twist on General Hospital. The first rumor is about fan-favorite Dr. Liesl Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti returning. Rumor has it Britt Westbourne's Kelly Thibault mom is back and working with the sketchy Professor Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard. Of course, Liesl Albrecht has a past with twisted Hank Dalton. She lost her medical license for a while because she performed experimental unlicensed surgeries on live patients. She dosed Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers, with neurotoxin at one point. In different clinics, she held Duke Lavery, Ian Buchanan, and also Robin Scorpio, Kimberly McCullough. Those were sketchy clinics doing pretty sketchy things. With Kelly Thibault coming back, General Hospital could say that Liesl managed to save Britt somehow after the hook killer did her in and just ignore that whole inherited Huntington's disease storyline. I rank this rumor as plausible, and I would absolutely love to see it come true. The leaker said that Kathleen Gotti is already taping at GH. We'll see. 2. Britt Westbourne's fate, Kelly Thibault's new GH role explained. The next rumor is about who Kelly Thibault will play. There are 2 leakers with conflicting info and different track records. Neither is 100% accurate. One source says she's not Britt and also not a clone. However, another source said Kelly Thibault is playing Britt, but she has amnesia. They didn't use that exact word. More specifically, they said Dr. Albrecht's daughter doesn't have her memories when she first returns, but they gradually come back. With all the Rocco Falzaroni, Fincar stuff happening right now, Kelly coming back as some version of Britt would be cool. I was thinking, how could Kelly Thibault play Britt but not really be Britt or a clone? Remember the WSB memory mapping thing? Dr. Albrecht has a history with the WSB. At one point, Franco Baldwin, Roger Howarth, was memory mapped and had Drew Quartermain's, Cameron Matheson memories. That was why Shiloh Archer, Kobe Ryan McLaughlin killed him, if you remember. Maybe Dr. Albrecht implanted Britt's memories in some random person and then did plastic surgery so she'd look like Britt. It's a soap after all. 3. Nathan West rumors, shocking GH comeback and memory mapping. The next rumor is about Britt Westbourne's brother Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, who is also dead. Their father, Caesar Faison Anders Hove, gunned him down in cold blood. Another leaker said Ryan Pavey is coming back. Who wouldn't love to see Nathan's pretty face back on GH? Of course, if ABC did bring Ryan back, he could play somebody else. Or like with Britt, maybe Dr. Albrecht transferred Nathan's memories into someone else, did the plastic surgery thing, and made herself a brand new son. I could see Dr. Albrecht being so distraught over the death of both her children that she made Frankenstein versions of both her dead kids, Nathan and Britt. I admit that's totally wackadoo, but General Hospital has done weirder things. I have 3 words for you, Kiefer the Alien. They have also done a bunch of retcons. Jake Weber, Hudson West, coming back from the dead after donating his kidneys was another unusual storyline. So again, these are rumors, not spoilers. For Natalia's exit, GH leaker predictions come true. This next thing in the roundup already happened, but there's a reason I'm telling you. One of the 2 leakers said more than a month ago that Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, was going to die and that Eva LaRue was exiting. And behold, it just happened. It went from rumor to reality. I only mention this to show you that they do get some things right. I didn't report on that leak at the time. But yes, it was reported and then it manifested. I'd say they're maybe half right. We'll see. Natalia's death, by the way, is not one of the 2 huge exits I teased in the title. 5. Sasha Gilmore exit, Robert Scorpio or Holly Sutton's return? Next on the rumor list is Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson. One of her parents, either Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers, or Holly Sutton, Emma Sams, is supposedly back to usher her out of Port Charles. I have conflicting info on this. Both leakers say Sophia's leaving. One says Tristan Rogers is back as Robert for Sasha's exit, but just for a couple of episodes. The other leaker said Tristan's health is so bad he can't come back. However, groundwork is being laid for her exit, so it feels plausible. The danger of the Corinthos family. 2 of Sonny Corinthos' Maurice Benard kids have nearly died in firebomb situations. Rumor has it Sasha leaves to start a new life with baby Daisy Gilmore Corinthos, Levi Clark Coughlin. Sophia Matson's contract was reportedly up for renewal, but GH didn't renew it. Maybe Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers, or Holly Sutton, Emma Sams, is the one creeping around, moving the baby, and checking on Daisy. Perhaps it's a benevolent stalker. Sidwell doesn't seem to want kids hurt in the mob, and they don't seem be targeted. So it's feeling less like it's him. 6. Maxie Jones medical leave, Kirsten Storm's GH status. The other big rumored exit is Kirsten Storm's as Maxie Jones. Now, not a long-term exit. The chatter is that she's leaving for 6 months for some sort of medical leave. If you recall, 4 years ago, Kirsten had to leave for brain surgery. She had a growth in the back of her head, some kind of benign tumor. The source said Kirsten has relocated to Nashville because her ex-husband, Brandon Barish, moved there with their daughter Harper, his new wife Isabella, and their son Joaquin. They remain close co-parents and friends. Brandon Barish was let go from Days of Our Lives, so maybe he's in Nashville to focus on his music. Rumor has it Kirsten is going to leave but will be back in October. She plans to commute between Nashville and LA after her medical leave. We might get a Maxie recast for a couple of episodes. What gives this rumor legs is that Kirsten is currently on a road trip with her bestie, Emmy Ryland, and their 2 daughters. The ex-Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, actress moved to St. Louis, which is a short 5-hour drive from Nashville. I've made the drive myself. Again, rumors, not spoilers. 7. Drew Kane Quartermain death rumors, separating GH fact from fiction. The next rumor shuts down another rumor. It's about the man GH fans love to hate, Congressman Cutthroat Drew Kane Quartermain Cameron Matheson. The leaker made it clear that General Hospital is not killing off Drew, despite that idea being very popular with fans. This "kill Drew" thing gained traction after Laura Wright, Carly Corinthos Spencer, made an offhand comment at a fan event about a murder mystery with Drew as the victim. It looks like she was joking, but the comment was taken as gospel and spread around. I tend to agree it's not happening. But man, wouldn't that be great? 8. Cody Bell's future on GH, Josh Kelly's contract changes. Another rumor explains why Josh Kelly slid from contract to recurring status. The chatter says it was his choice not to renew his contract for another year playing Cody Bell, Josh Kelly. But Josh is not leaving according to the rumor. The showrunner, Frank Valentini, plans to proceed with the story they have written for Cody. Josh Kelly also has another project in development called Growl. He's playing an underground fighter and has a starring role. It sounds pretty cool. 9. Anna Devane and Jack Brennan, annual GH summer breaks. Another short-term exit is Finola Hughes, Anna Devane annual summer break. This is not a surprise. She takes time off every year. The surprise is that Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, supposedly exits when Anna does. This is rumor. No word if Chris McKenna is taking a summer break or not. I like him. 10. Lorenzo Alcazar return, Ted King and GH pairings. There is more chatter about a possible Ted King return. You may remember him as both Lorenzo Alcazar, Ted King, and Diego Alcazar, and he is a total silver fox. This is an on and off rumor we've been hearing for a while. I'm not sure if it has legs, but if Jack Brennan is exiting for good, Ted King would be really fun to pair with Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, no matter who they'd have in play. 11. Willow Tate moves and the penthouse bomber reveal. Last but not least, there's a rumor that Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, moves back to the Quartermain mansion to be near Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, and the kids. I feel kind of iffy about this one because Willow is so utterly brainwashed by Drew Kane Quartermain into thinking he's her soulmate. They seem unbreakable. I'd love to see them break up, especially if Sophia Matson is really exiting as Sasha Gilmore. But personally, I'm not sure Willow deserves another chance with Michael. Just real quick, one last rumor is that the penthouse bomber will be revealed soon, which would be nice because they have dragged it on way too long. We'll see which of these rumors pans out, what goes from rumor to spoiler, and what part of the rumor mill turns out not to be true.